I sold my car to help my brother pay off his debts, but when he bought a new one without thanking me, I realized family loyalty doesn't always go both ways. My name is Laura, I'm 31 years old, and I've always been the kind of person who believes that family comes first. I grew up in a small town just outside of Nashville, in a house where my parents preached loyalty and sacrifice as the foundation of love. My younger brother, Aaron, and I were only 2 years apart, and even though we couldn't have been more different, I always felt protective of him. He was the dreamer, the one who wanted to live fast and figure things out later. I was the planner, the one who saved money, stayed out of trouble, and picked up the pieces when things went wrong. Our parents passed away within 3 years of each other. First mom from cancer, then dad from a sudden heart attack, and after that, the family dynamic shifted completely. I became the responsible one, the anchor, while Aaron floated in and out of jobs, relationships, and responsibilities. At the time all of this started, I was living in a small apartment in the city, juggling my job as a graphic designer and trying to pay off my own student loans. I wasn't rich, but I had managed to buy a used Honda Civic that I loved, not flashy, not new, but reliable and fully mine. It represented freedom. On weekends, I'd take drives to clear my head, or visit the hiking trails my dad used to love. That car was the one thing I had bought entirely on my own, without anyone's help, without borrowing, without compromise. It was my small symbol of independence in a life that often felt like it revolved around other people's needs. Then one night, Aaron called me, his voice trembling in a way I had never heard before. He said he was in serious trouble. Credit card debt, overdue bills, a payday loan he couldn't pay back. He'd been laid off months ago but hadn't told me because he didn't want me to worry. The total was staggering, nearly $12,000. I remember sitting there in my kitchen, the hum of the refrigerator filling the silence as he explained everything. I felt that familiar mix of anger and worry, but mostly worry. I couldn't stand the thought of my brother sinking deeper, maybe losing everything, or worse, making a desperate mistake. He told me he'd tried to get help from his friends, but no one could lend him that much. He didn't ask me directly, not at first. He said it wasn't fair to involve me, that I already had my own bills, but his tone told a different story. He was hoping I'd volunteer. And, of course I did. It didn't even take me long to decide. I sold my car. It took less than a week to find a buyer. The man who bought it was young and excited, probably around the same age I had been when I first got it. I remember handing over the keys, forcing a smile while my heart ached. I didn't tell Aaron how much it hurt to give it up. I just told him I'd managed to get the money together. When I transferred the funds into his account, he sent a short message, something like, "You're saving me. I owe you big time." I thought that was enough. I told myself gratitude didn't have to be loud or extravagant. It could be quiet. I believed that helping him meant something bigger than words. For the next few months, I adjusted to life without a car. My commute turned into a series of early buses and long walks, and it wasn't easy. Sometimes, when I stood at the stop in the cold, I'd think about how many times I had driven Aaron to his shifts when he didn't have a ride. Now I was the one trudging through sleet at 6 in the morning while he sent me texts about trying to get back on track. I told myself it was worth it. I told myself family was about giving without keeping score. But the truth is, I was counting, not in dollars, but in effort. When Aaron's life started stabilizing, I was genuinely happy for him. He found a new job, a decent one with steady pay, and I felt proud that maybe, in some way, my sacrifice had given him the chance to start fresh. I didn't expect him to pay me back right away. I knew it would take time, but I did expect a sign that he remembered what I'd done. Maybe a dinner, a card, even just a call to tell me things were improving because of the help I'd given. But weeks passed, then months, and all I got were short, surface level updates. Works fine. I'm busy. I'll visit soon. The moment everything changed came one Saturday afternoon. Full story on my channel, link below.